Hey, what's going on, Cowboys Nation, man? Coming to you guys, man, on a day after Sunday morning show, man. Just basically breaking down these Cowboys versus the Eagles, man. A lot to a little bit, man. 51-26. Great game, man. Everything a Cowboys fan wanted to see going into the playoffs, man, was checked off, man. Offense looked good. The defense, we knew Michael wasn't going to play, so we knew the running game on the Eagles behalf was going to look a little better than normally. But I think the pressure was there most of the night. The physicality was definitely there, man. Just all across the board, you seen like guys, Tristan Hill, Osa. They were able to, make Gardner, man, think a lot, man, sweat a lot. They put a lot of pressure on him, man. And I think that's a great testament to just the dedication and the hard work, man. That it's the last game of the season, and you see these guys still out there trying their best to, just make the quarterback work extra hard, man. And it's going into the playoffs, man. You seen Dak get back to Dak behavior as far as spreading the ball, pinpoint accuracy, and just being aggressive. I think they said like on the last 11 red zone drives ended in touchdowns. So that's a great testament to Kellen Moore, and a lot of us are down on Kellen Moore, but with that stat, man, it just proves that he's doing something right, man. It ain't perfect, like Vosh would say, but yeah, man, it's a good feeling, man. That you woke up extra. I know I did, man. I woke up, I woke up early this morning, man. I felt good. After this, I don't care who was playing, man. I don't care who played. I feel like we beat y'all guys with y'all day one starters, and y'all didn't have much injuries, and we still lay the smack of down. So to me, man, it just doesn't matter. Like, I think just based off of just everything us as fans hope and need to see as far as just improvement and having the right attitude going into the playoffs, man. Everything was needed, except for maybe if you wanted to complain about anything, of course it'd be the kicker. It just I had him on fantasy, man, one of my leagues, so he did okay. You know what I mean? He as far as fantasy, he didn't like cost me any games or anything, but he can cost us games in real life, just based on like leaving points on the board. You know what I mean? Just extra points or field goals, it really doesn't matter. Like and I think the whole concept is the actual NFL rule change, pushing the field or the extra points back a few yards. And I think like the whole NFL struggled. It's like maybe a few kickers that kicked on the elite level, as far as across the league. But a lot of teams had kickers that struggled. But I think the Cowboys, man, they made this game personal, man. They went out and tried to break every record that was in reach, as far as 22 players scoring touchdowns individually across the season, a few other ones as well. And I think they tried to do this on purpose. We had Dak 4,000 yards, Zeke 1,000 yards rushing, Zeke over 1,000 yards receiving, Micah 10 yards, over 10 sacks, and Trayvon Diggs over 10 interceptions. That's the first franchise to ever accomplish that feat. So I don't think we're just a special team. I don't think this is just a 2007 Romo team. You know what I mean? We always try to compare this Dak era to Romo era, and I think it's a little unfair, man. You know what I mean? It's just it's plus and minuses, man. Like we didn't have the coaching that we have now as far as the defensive coach. We didn't really have that in the Romo era, but we had one of the best offenses and offensive lines of all time. You know what I mean? So it's a toss up, but I think this is night and day. Probably the best team we've had in since the Super Bowl run, man. And I think going forward, just going forward, man, and actually seeing it all come together, even though the defense didn't play as well as we wanted and as we hoped. We still seen a lot of potential and great play from some of our corners, man. Calvin Joseph, he almost had the interception. And when people don't understand, he's like when it comes to I think this is why he's probably going to end up being one of our best corners, because he can actually cover like some of the best corners on our team. But his run support, the way he sets the edge, and the way he's like probably the most physical run stopper as far as as a cornerback position on our team, man. He's very physical when it comes to stopping the run. And I think that's going to push him, as to probably being a starter day one next year. Just the way he's able to be as physical with the run. He's a willing tackler, and he's very feisty, man. And I think just having that type of personality back there is going to strengthen the overall unit as the cornerback position. And just the overall depth of the D line, man. We seen some of the best depth all across the board that we had, under House in a while. And it is good because, and with the overall mindset of rotating and keeping guys healthy, that's what they like to do now. And they want to keep everybody maybe under 30 snaps, things of that nature. But when everybody is putting out quality snaps, it's not really much. It's not like you're taking a play off, or we can expect more pressure or a better situation because of this player being off the field. And I think, man, that just puts us in a better situation to dominate defensively, man. Because a lot of these offensive lines, man, they can't handle this pressure, and a lot of these quarterbacks definitely can't handle the pressure, man. If you got some wheels and you're able to escape the pocket and extend plays, then you can give us maybe a little challenge. But man, if you a statue back there, we coming to get you, man. And I think even with this game, man, we didn't have Hurts, but Minshew, he tried to extend plays and use his legs a little bit, but it just wasn't to avail, man. We were on him, man, and I think that pressure just solidified this game. And then going forward, man, regardless of who we playing in the playoffs, you will hope that this same mentality, the same physicality travels. And this is what you want to happen. You want to play, you want to be at this level as far as just being, having all your pieces come together, or having that mantra, having that swag. You want to have that at the right time. If we would have lost this game, man, I'm not going to say it would have hurt our Super Bowl chances, but I definitely believe this victory and the way we stomp and cut off the air circulation, or cut off their water. I think, man, just having that happen to one of our rivals at the last game, man, it gets us ready, man. These dudes is ready for the playoffs, man. And I believe it was Dak that said after the game, he was like, "Now this is the real here. You know what I mean? This is when the real stuff happens. This is what we're here for." And I think, man, that's even with Kellen Moore, I think that was something that people probably didn't agree with, but it just made me feel like, he was getting ready for the playoffs. You know what I mean? He really didn't try to scheme every game like most of us wanted to, but he did enough for the Cowboys to be competitive and somehow possibly win the game without, putting everything on film. So I think that just made us, put in a better position going forward in the playoffs, man. You don't really want everything on film, and some people disagree, man. But I just feel like I was saying in previous videos, he was here with that when we played the Rams, and everything he was trying to do just wasn't working. They pretty much outcoached him that game, and he probably came up with his own scenario, being like, next time this happens, man, or next time we go to the playoffs, I'm gonna try to limit what we put on film so teams aren't prepared. And that can bite us or hurt us, but we only got one way to figure it out and how it's going to happen, and that's going to start with these playoff games, man. I don't really like the new NFL. What is it, like the teams that's in the playoffs and how they're doing this, man? It may boost revenue, and what I mean, it may allow them to make more dollars and everything. And I'm not really mad about that, but I don't know, man. The one team buy, and what I mean, everybody else plays, and what I mean, now they're having like 3 games, which is cool. What I mean, we get to have a Monday night playoff game. I believe so, but I think that just that's pushing the NFL to just like basketball. What I mean? Like the NBA. A lot of those NBA games just don't matter at some point. You just want to get out the game healthy and put on a decent show for the fans. But teams don't have that swag, that attitude where the best player is going to play every game, and that just doesn't happen anymore, man. It's sad to see if you're paying a lot of money to go see your favorite player play. But that's hearsay. That's just my opinion. But I'm just happy to see everything come together for this team, man. And we're gonna just hope that we can do something different in the playoffs, man. Get a playoff victory. Start there. I'm not big on dynasty and everything, even though it's the potential based on just how some of these guys are playing. So I'm not knocking. I see the vision, but we just have to start small, man, and take care of week 1, because now once the playoffs start, man, we're 0-0, man. Record don't even matter no more, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.